come check out what I did at the bedroom today.
Looks a little bit different back here. So my mission, my plan, what I'm gonna try to do today, because obviously I'm going to have to resheet these walls after I fix the obvious leaks and the unobvious ones and everything else. But in order to do that, I gotta be able to get to those walls. So what I'm thinking, first thing is gonna be, I gotta get everything that's attached to the wall out of here. So I'm gonna try to disassemble this bed frame, saving the pieces as best I can, because obviously I'm on a budget build here, so I need to not tear up anything I can not tear up. Take this right here out and possibly go ahead and take these cabinets, this whole corner cabinet thing right here out, because the walls behind it feel worse than what we already know is demolished. So let's see if I can get it done. So the bed frame itself has got these screws right here, which appear to be Phillips, into some sort of beam across that back wall there. It's another one across that back wall. I'm gonna try to leave the ones that is affixed to both of the walls and basically just take the frame apart here. Take the whole main portion of the frame out. The water tank here looks like it's not gonna be that much to remove it. A couple hose clamps right there. And then these wires here that go on the side. I'm pretty sure that what those are to tell this board right here what level the water tanks are at. I'm pretty sure that's what those sensors is what they would be. So obviously we're gonna take pictures of those and everything before we disconnect anything. And I see right here, one is actually broke off, but at the same level at which this one is. So I'm questioning if this one broke or something and they replaced it here, or what the deal may be. I'm not sure, but hopefully we'll find out. This might sound a little bit crazy, but I can actually get around a whole lot better without my leg on, especially when it comes to crawling around and stuff like that. Because that thing, as great of a leg as it is, it doesn't move like your natural one would. And so it would be more in the way than it would ever be useful in something like this. I decided to bring y'all in here a little bit closer with me to see what I'm doing here. It's got it must have some kind of a beam behind the wall here. This main structure is actually screwed about every 10 inches or so all the way down this back wall right here. And then literally this frame is just screwed down to some little side walls. So I believe we can actually leave this whole thing solid and take the whole thing out at one time. All right, I went around and took all the screws that was through this top frame thing going in, and like you can see it's getting loose and all, but then I just noticed right here where the water input is, the screw sticking through right there. It's the whatever they have attaching this water outlet. So I got to go out there and take basically the top screw out and then I should be okay. So here's what we're looking at on the inside from out here. So I'm gonna say it's both of these two right here, even though that one right there is actually coming all the way through the wood. That one's gonna be in it. So we're gonna take both of those two right there out, and that should allow us access. I'd say that's probably not a good thing. If you see how rusted these screws are, and the one on this side, it actually like cracked the head of it when I went to do it. But you can see this, that is blatantly obvious water damage. And you can see the seal all around this thing is all effed up. So I'm sure we've got some pretty massive leaks. The sidewall's got more waves in it than the ocean, so just more and more and more things that we're gonna have to fix as we go along. All right. I think we're getting loose. Okay, so we got. All right, we got that popped loose. Haha! I think it's gonna work like I thought it would. Because I want to try to keep this all together if possible. Oh, I missed the screw. All right, let's try that again. Okay. Just right here in this corner. Okay. Got that off. Now, let's see if we can't figure this out. Oh, shoot. That's all it took. Boom. I think we got it. Excuse me, Mom. It looks like it all came out in one piece. I mean, a few pieces popped a little bit loose, this and that, but I'm not that worried about that. I mean, worst case, we can use this thing as a pattern. We can beef this thing up, build this thing up, whatever the case may be. But I mean, if you see this back here, we're getting wide open back here. And now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get this water tank out of here. And once we have the water tank out of here, and because the generator box obviously can't go anywhere. The breaker box, I'm not even trying to mess with that. So get this out of here, and I see the bottom part is screwed down to the floor. So that's just gonna be another thing I'm taking around the screws out. We should be able to take all those walls out of there, and then we're gonna have the floor in here open. Let's get it. All right, I started to unhook the hoses from this end and realized how they were all pretty much sealed in. It almost looks like they poured wax on it. So then I figured it'd be easier to go to this end and just take them loose from here, which it was. The problem is, like, I don't think this hose is gonna do a very good job getting the water into the tank. And this one's cracked too, but I got a feeling like most of the hoses on this vehicle is probably gonna be. But right now, what I want to do is I want to get a memory of exactly how these wires are, because I suspect those are my sensors. You know, even the ones that are missing wires, I'm going to try to figure out where they went. But snap me a couple pictures of this. Well, I may have just discovered something not that good while trying to get my tank out. It's still got water in it. Not a lot, but that means to me this thing was not winterized. So probably I'm gonna have to end up replacing pipes also. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this thing out of here. Doing it. Well, I think what I need to do is I need to take that wall out first. That's what I need to do, instead of trying to fight this thing around. That's what I'll do. Because this outer wall of the bed is just like the top part was. It's just screws that are down to the end of the frame or end of the subfloor. So I just take those, couple up, probably some over there, and then we'll have it. Well, we got the wall out. Now we should be able to just pull the whole tank out. Since it's still got some water in it, means it's got a lot more weight than I was expecting. So this may be close to where we end up ending for today by the time I get this thing out. It takes a lot of energy for a man with one leg to do extra stuff like this. But with determination, you watch and see. It might take me a little bit longer than it would somebody who was more able-bodied, but I'll get it done. Trust and believe that. All right, let's see if we can move this thing. It's not a lot of water, but there is some water in it. I guess we now can know what the original color of the carpet was in this place. Damn near pink. Look at that. That's what I've seen. The little bit of carpet they left behind. I guess this is probably the original. It's been underneath this water tank right here all these years. That is crazy. Well, we're getting that bedroom cleared out. Come check it out. All right, so I got all this right here. That wall right there, the side wall of the bed has 2 outlets in it. And I've come to figure out that this outlet here is wired over to the breaker box. But this outlet right here, its cord is actually, that cord right there, the big pile, it's a second drop cord. You can see over there by the hole, the end of the drop cord, that goes directly to that outlet there, which they had this air conditioner plugged into. I don't know if it kicks the breaker and that's why they done it, or if it was so that when they were at home they could have the air conditioner hooked up without having to have the whole RV power. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna find out. I think my next project's gonna be, unfortunately, it's gonna be removing this corner cabinet right here, this chest of drawers here. The hot water tank is directly under here, so something's always gonna have to live here. But y'all just hang out and you'll see. I got a plan. This bedroom is not gonna be the same as it was. I'm changing the entire layout. I figure if I'm disassembling everything, may as well reassemble it the way I would have preferred it. I mean, I figured that makes the most sense. If you're gonna be the one building something out, why not build it to the way that you would want it done? And I don't like that the bed was tucked over in that corner. I'd rather have it turned this way and have it be at the end of the bed, end of the RV. If I even keep this as a bedroom. People I follow on here, they remodeled one 3 years newer than mine, and they actually turned back here into an office. They actually slept in the kids' bunk bed up there. They turned that into their bedroom. who knows? Another thing I had already thought of before I seen theirs was they turned their kitchen dinette into a couch. I'm going to be doing that. But my couch is not going to be, I'm not going to use this original frame like they did completely. I'm actually going to take this side right here, slide it forward some, close this gap in, so the couch is going to be basically like a love seat. But that part where I slide this over, it's going to allow me to have more counter space. I'm going to build a big L counter right here, and where I can do me a double sink here. I can have my stove top, have my microwave. Right now, the way I feel with what I've seen and everything, I think there's going to be 3 things left in this RV that we're factoring, and that looks like it might be it. The driver's seat, the passenger seat, and this fridge right here, because this fridge works good. But other than that, I do believe every single thing in here may quite possibly get completely redone, remodeled, and exchanged out. So if you haven't already, if you would, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, like the video, share it out, all those things, because it really does help to get it out into the algorithm. This right here is going to be me and my buddy Smokey the VanCat. Maybe change the name to Smokey. No, I'm not going to change the name to Smokey the BusCat, because she'll always be Smokey the VanCat, even though we're not going to be living in a van anymore. But this right here is going to be our new home, and I hope you'll hang around with me. It may take me a while. I can't really. I was planning on having my goal was to have my first trip by Valentine's Day. Whether or not I'll get that accomplished or not, you're going to have to hang around to see. But watch and see what I tell you. This bad boy will get in the wind as soon as I can. Money willing, time willing, and not hurting myself willing. We're going to get it done. But more than anything, it's Lord willing. Always, always remember that God loves you. And I do too. Have you started questioning yet whether I, as an amputee, can remodel this RV? This thing it's in bad shape. I know that, I'll admit that, but I've got a lot of determination. I ain't got a whole lot of skill, and trust and believe that's why I'm asking for any advice y'all can give me down in them comments, because I really, really do need it, and I will be using it. But y'all, I'm determined, and I'm gonna get this done. Lord willing, I'm gonna get this done. Honestly, what's gonna be the deciding factor is when I rip this roof off of here, which will be done in a couple weeks, because me doing this off of my disability check means that I'm gonna have to do it as I get the income, as I get the money. And next month, I had to buy the RV this month, so it took my whole check, like literally. So next month, I'm gonna rip the roof off of this thing, replace it, and that's basically gonna take all of next month's check. But month by month, we're gonna get it done little bit by little bit. If you want to ride along with us, I promise you this is gonna be quite the adventure, and you're gonna be unable to recognize this thing by the time it gets done. God loves you, and I do too.